The great part about swing dancing is it's a great way to exercise. It's a great way to meet people, and it allows you to hear great music and yet not just be a passive participant, you're an active participant.
It's something that still brings together people from all walks of life and all levels of experience, all ages, and just kind of mixes everybody up and they have a good time. And I think that's one of the things that's still really pretty appealing about it.
Similar situation, out of convertible. Oh, wait, babe, I want to talk to you. I got a little something you might like to know. And it high when you hit me, 720. Dig that daddy going down real low. Dig it.
Getting people to be excited about the dance is what we want to do. We look at ourselves as promoters and encouragers of other people.
We're going to go triple step, rock, step. I'm going to break that down on my new detail for you. Very, very slow.
Tom Koerner and Debra Sternberg are two of the most prolific swing dancing instructors in the Washington, D.C. area. In addition to teaching, Tom and Debra organize swing dance events at various locations, including the Spanish Ballroom in Glen Echo Park, one of the many places where one can expect a beginner lesson followed by 3 hours of dancing to a live band playing the sweet sounds of an old era. Glen Echo is located on the Palisades near Bethesda, Maryland. In the late 19th century, the park was a national Chautauqua assembly. Glen Echo later went on to become a vibrant amusement park serving the Washington area from the early part of the 20th century until the late 1960s. Today, Glen Echo is preserved by the National Park Service in partnership with various artist organizations that offer educational programs and opportunities for artistic events. Glen Echo's Spanish Ballroom remains one of the best dance halls on the East Coast of the United States.
On a typical night at Glen Echo, we're going to do an hour-long beginner lesson from 8 to 9 p.m. And then the dance starts at 9 o'clock. We have 3 hours of live music. We always do the dance jam.
Midway through the evening, we'll do a jam with the band where we'll push everybody back from the stage, and we'll have some of the better dancers come and do the aerials and some of the tricks you would do on a social dance floor. The purpose of that is to encourage them to go on to bigger and better things, to show them what you can actually do with it. And also to show them that, historically, you would never do aerials on a social dance floor. There was always a special time to do those during the jam. So we're kind of continuing on the legacy of the masters.
During the Great Depression, America needed a place to forget about their troubles, and swing dancing certainly helped. The roots of swing trace back to the late 1920s when black dance bands from New York City, New Orleans, Chicago, and Kansas City started experimenting with an upbeat, sweeter style of jazz. The music was contagious. Many jazz bands all over the states experimented with this hot new sound, and by 1935 the music had broken into the mainstream. From 1935 to 1945, big band musicians like Duke Ellington and many others were heard on the radio and seen in ballrooms and dance halls all over America. The word swing was first used as a verb describing a fluid, rocking rhythmic momentum created by music that was very well played.
Big band music is new to them. That's, I think, why it's exciting to the kids, because the dance was not invented by 50-year-old lawyers. The dance was developed by a bunch of young kids in Harlem, and it was very, very cool to do.
The big band sound was a big city phenomenon. The dance halls and ballrooms were decorated with people from different walks of life.
In the late 1920s, Charleston makes its appearance. Charleston forms with a few other dances, notably the breakaway and the collegiate, to form a new dance that Shirley George Snowden, who was at that time the best dancer in Harlem, termed the Lindy Hop.
In Lindy hopping, a man slides his partner between his legs and flips her over his back. Lindy Hop was named after Charles Lindbergh's solo transatlantic flight.
When they asked Shorty George, what was that dance you're doing, the newspaper said Lindy Hop's Atlantic. He said, I'm doing Lindy Hop.
This is the dance that all the kids were doing to the big band music of the 1935-45, considered the big band era. And it was known also at the same time as jitterbug.
If you're a jitterbug, you need your jitter sauce to calm your jitter nerves. So the kids would say, hey man, you're like a bunch of jitterbugs. And they would go, hey, we're jitterbug dancers.
The jitterbugging didn't impress everyone. In 1938, Archbishop Francis J.L. Beckman spoke before the National Council of Catholic Women about jitterbugging and jam sessions, wooing our youth along the primrose path to hell. But the bands played on and the dancers danced on through the remainder of the Great Depression and through World War II. The popularity of big band music tapered off in the late 1940s, but swing dancing and big band music became popular again in the 1990s.
Gap ran a commercial in June of 1998 that was called Khaki Swings, and that really heralded the big swing dance revival of that year. All of a sudden, we went from 25, 30 people in a class to 130 people in a class. Every class was packed, every dance was packed, and at that time, it was sort of like when Saturday Night Fever came out in the 1970s. Everybody wanted to learn how to swing dance.
There's no generic swing dance. There's a swing umbrella, and there's all these different styles under that umbrella.
Today, a fresh new crop of dancers and a few from the original era dance the night away in dance halls and ballrooms all over the world.
I'm always really pushing this dance because to me it's like a religion.
Watching so many different people from so many different walks of life come together and have a good time.
I think it would make the world a much better place if everybody just started doing the Charleston, doing a triple step. It's hard to be angry when you're dancing.